Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
Washington Post World.
January 24, 5:06 America, New York. Turkey condemns Quran protest in the Netherlands. Turkey's foreign ministry says it has summoned the Dutch ambassador following a demonstration targeting Islam's holy book, days after a similar protest in Sweden tensed relations.
Time: January 24, 5 o'clock America, New York. Senior Ukrainian officials resign amid corruption crackdown. Kyiv, Ukraine. The deputy head of Ukraine's presidential office quit Tuesday, after Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky pledged to launch a staff shake-up amid high-level corruption allegations during the war with Russia.
Mirror World News. January 24, 4:24 America, New York. Vladimir Putin's top commander bans beards on battlefield as critics call rule stupid. The newly appointed General Valery Gerasimov has ordered soldiers to shave their beards amid a clampdown on uniform enforcement, sparking uproar from the Russian president's bearded allies. RT World News.
January 24, 4:03 America, New York. Finland may re-evaluate NATO bid, Foreign Minister. The country may consider joining the alliance without fellow candidate Sweden. Pekka Haavisto said Sweden's latest difficulties in obtaining Turkey's consent to join NATO may prompt Finland to seek accession to the US-led military alliance alone, Finnish Foreign Minister Pekka Haavisto has indicated.
Washington Post World.
January 24, 3:49 America, New York, France. More women, children returned from IS camps in Syria. France has repatriated another group of women and children from former Islamic State group-controlled areas of Syria.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
January 24, 3:11 America, New York. WHO urges immediate action after 300 cough syrup child deaths. The World Health Organization, WHO, has called for immediate and concerted action after the deaths of more than 300 children were linked to contaminated cough syrup last year. Cough syrup being poured into a spoon. BBC News World.
January 24, 3:09 America, New York. Kirilo Timoshenko. Top Zelensky aide Timoshenko announces resignation. Kirilo Timoshenko resigns as the Ukrainian president announces a crackdown on corruption.
BBC News World.
January 24, 1:28 America, New York. Oscar nominations 2023, Top Gun lead sequel surge. These films and actors could feature in Tuesday's nominations, where a few records could be broken.
Mirror World News.
January 24, 1:13 America, New York. Chilling footage shows dad buying sweets for two sons before murdering them. New CCTV footage shows Sanjeev Chadha with his two sons Owen, 10, and Rory, 5, in a shop in Carlow, Ireland, buying sweets for them before later murdering them.
BBC News World. January 24, 0:50 America, New York. Brazil airlifts starving Yanomami tribal people from jungle. The government declares a medical emergency and ex-President Bolsonaro is accused of genocide.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
January 24, 0:15 America, New York. Man whose identity was used by prolific mafia boss arrested in Sicily. A man whose identity was used by Italy's most wanted mafia boss, Matteo Messina Denaro, has been arrested in Sicily. Matteo Messina Denaro, the country and AMP. Number 39. Most wanted mafia boss, being escorted out of a Carabinieri police station after he was arrested in Palermo.
RT World News.
January 24, 0:10 America, New York. Mexico's ex-security chief accused of taking cartel bribes. US federal prosecutors said the former official was the Sinaloa cartel's most valuable asset. Mexico's former head of public security, Genaro Garcia Luna, has been accused of taking bribes from a major cartel and allowing the criminal group to smuggle vast quantities of narcotics into the United States. New York Times World News.
January 24, 0:01 America, New York. Russia's war breathes life into Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty. Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, a news network originally set up as a CIA operation early in the Cold War, is experiencing a renaissance and making a case for its independence. A Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, or RFE, RL, broadcast last week in Prague.
Time.
January 24. 0000 America, New York. 4 members of the Oath Keepers convicted of seditious conspiracy in January 6 attack. Washington. 4 members of the Oath Keepers were convicted Monday of seditious conspiracy in the January 6, 2021, Capitol attack in the second major trial of far-right extremists accused of plotting to forcibly keep President Donald Trump in power.
Time.
January 24. 0000 America, New York. U.S. confronts China over state-owned companies' support for Russia's war effort. The Biden administration has confronted China's government with evidence that suggests some Chinese state-owned companies may be providing assistance for Russia's war effort in Ukraine, as it tries to ascertain if Beijing is aware of those activities, according to people familiar with the matter. World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
January 23, 23:25 America, New York. 11 confirmed dead after Chinese New Year mass shooting, as CCTV shows, hero, confronting gunman. CCTV has been released showing a member of the public disarming a gunman in California, just minutes after he fatally shot 11 people at a nearby Chinese New Year celebration.
Washington Post World.
January 23, 23:10 America, New York, Mexico, U.S. still far apart over corn import ban. U.S. officials say they are still far from agreement with Mexico over that country's plans to ban imports of genetically modified corn for human consumption.